Hey guys, welcome to the latest edition of the Muir Reflection. I, of course, am John from the John Muir Show, and we've grown quite accustomed in recent times to hearing absolutely absurd things coming from the mouth of Socialist Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York. But we do have to take everything she says seriously because we've noticed in recent months that she's already become the most influential person in the Democrat Party in Washington, D.C. So anything she says, there's a good chance it will become a reality if her party regains full power in the next election. So the latest to come from Ocasio-Cortez is that she is calling for and defending. So it's not like she made a mistake and walked it back. No, she has doubled down on this. Ocasio-Cortez is calling for something she refers to as prison abolition. Prison abolition, that's right. So Ocasio-Cortez is talking about how in the United States of America, we have way too many people in prison, and we should start letting people out of prison. Now, we've heard this from many a Democrat. Heck, we've heard it from our Democrat governor here in the state of Wisconsin, Tony Evers. On the 2018 campaign trail, he expressed desires to cut Wisconsin's prison population in half, which, of course, would lead to the release of a minimum of 3,900 violent offenders. Yeah, these aren't just drug offenders that the left is championing here. No, if Governor Evers gets his way, you would have at least 3,900 violent offenders being put back into Wisconsin communities as well prior to them having served their debt to society. And you got AOC taking up this one as well, because AOC was talking about how, oh, the right's going to freak out about this. And AOC started talking about how she doesn't believe that people should be incarcerated for any drug-related offenses. But then she did take up the question, at least momentarily, about, well, what about the violent offenders? AOC claimed, yeah, I have people asking me what we do with the violent offenders, and yeah, I'm just not really concerned with that. Oh, really? Yeah, it's just a minor detail we don't even need to pay attention to. No, it's actually a pretty big detail. That's a serious question. I know the Democrat Party is hell-bent on taking the side of criminals over victims and the law-abiding, but no, we got serious questions to discuss. Under your plan, what happens to the violent offenders? Because AOC, we know that you're not going to have to live next door to these violent offenders once they're released back into our communities, but average U.S. citizens like us, yeah, we will. So we do want to talk about this. What is going to happen to the violent offenders? Of course, AOC doesn't give a damn because, again, it doesn't affect her. She will not have to directly deal with the consequences that come from these violent offenders being on the streets, and neither will any of her elitist friends in the Democrat Party in Washington, D.C. either. They'll be able to continue to hide behind their gates and their mansions and their walls and all that stuff. So, no, they don't care, but we should care that this is going on. I mean, on the left, they are willing to release violent offenders into our communities just because they think that, hey, once those people are out of prison, well, they can go vote again. And you know what? They'll go vote Democrat because it was our Democrat Party that set them free. I mean, that's what's going on. These individuals are willing to jeopardize your safety and well-being if it's politically advantageous for them, which of course explains why they're championing all of the illegal aliens that are coming into our country through our insecure southern border. It's all about political power for them. They don't care what sort of a safety risk or a financial risk that it might pose to you, the law-abiding, tax-paying American. And when it comes to crime, you know what else is interesting about AOC's recent comments is that she was talking about how there are some major problems with our justice system in the United States of America. Yeah, AOC, you're right. She was talking about how the rich get off and how it's not fair. Let's talk about how your fellow prominent Democrats get off with breaking the law and how it's not fair to the rest of us. How Hillary Clinton could jeopardize U.S. national security and not even get a slap on the wrist for it. How people like Jim Comey and Andy McCabe can commit crimes at the highest levels of our intelligence agencies in the United States and nothing happens to them either. Let's talk about that because yes, AOC, we finally found some common ground. There are some serious problems with the justice system. system. But the biggest problem is that in the United States, we now have a two-tier justice system where elite leftists are able to get away with murder, while anybody who's a known conservative might end up behind bars like Paul Manafort or George Papadopoulos, even if they didn't do a damn thing wrong. So AOC, if you want to talk about problems with our justice system, start there. Start talking about how all of your friends in the Democrat Party who have been proven to commit crimes should be locked up. And then I'll start taking you a lot more seriously, but I doubt that day's ever going to come. And that's all the time that we have for today. John Muir Show, each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.